Hi there. This is a short, gentle flow, slow flow that will end in some restorative poses. And so for that, you'll just need a blanket. And if you have something to place over your eyes, that is really nice too. All right, let's begin in tabletop position. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, just get grounded through your knees and through the tops of your feet. And start to press firmly, anchor down through your hands. And as you inhale, start to lift your chest and your chin forward and your gaze up towards the ceiling and start to feel the stretch in the front of your body. And as you exhale, round your spine and let your chin tuck towards your chest as you come into this cat shape, cat back. Inhale, bring your chest forward again and lift your sit bones as you lift your gaze up, finding a little back bend. Exhale and round your spine. Draw your tailbone down as you press through your hands and your knees. And one more time. Inhale, let your spine unfold and reach forward through your chest. Lift your sit bones. And exhale here, round your spine. Waking up the spine. Good. Inhale, come into neutral position here. Hands and knees nice and neutral back. And just begin to take your right arm forward. And at the same time, see if you can take your left leg back any amount and then lower everything down. And then switch to the opposite side, left arm and right leg. And then bring it back down. And just see if you can slowly go in sync here, reaching just a little bit out. Doesn't have to be all the way. And then lowering. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower. Maybe it gets a little easier as you go. Maybe not. Keep going with your breath. Nice and slow cadence here. Taking your time to really feel your body finding its center of gravity. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. One more on each side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Good. From here, go ahead and tuck your toes under and walk your hands forward about one handprint. My hands are nice and wide, pinky fingers towards the outer edges of the mat. Take your knees wide here. And then on your inhale, lower your belly and draw your chest forward. And on your exhale, round your spine and start to press your hips back towards your heels, finding a nice stretch, a bigger stretch through your back body. And then inhale, come back. Bring your knees in to about hip distance wide, and we'll lift up into downward facing dog. Pedal your feet left and right, heel down towards the earth, switching, breathing here as you find this big opening down the back of the legs. Down your spine here. If you feel a lot of tightness in your lower back, try bending your knees quite a bit here and lifting your hips high, really feeling the stretch more in the back, lower back. You might move your hips as I am a little side to side, moving and shifting the stretch. And then inhale. Let's go ahead and slowly lower the knees back down into tabletop. Hi, Lola. All right, from your tabletop, bring your hands back underneath your wrist and send your left leg back long here, left leg long. Take your toes over to the right corner of your mat and then tuck the right toes under. And press into both hands and send some weight back through the left sole of your foot. Take another breath in and press the hips to the left as you look around your right shoulder now and look towards your left toes. One more breath here. And then bring it back to tabletop nice and gently. Good job. Take the right leg back, nice and long. Good. And then stretch the right toes over to the left corner and bring them down. Tuck the toes under. And then keep pressing down through both hands here and start to look around your left shoulder towards your right toes. You can send your hips a little to the right side as you take a breath in and a deep breath out. Awesome. Now bring your right leg back to tabletop, hands and knees. Walk your hands forward again. And this time, prong your fingertips here just to give your wrists a little break. Press down through all 10 fingertips nice and firmly. And then release the hands back down. See if you can turn the right hand back, the right fingertips back towards your right knee. Pressing down into both of your hands, and then release that right hand and switch sides. Turn the left hand around, just pressing any amount down through the fingertips. Both hands are still pressing. And then release the left hand back forward. Good. So take a moment here to rock your weight back around your spine. Draw your chin into your chest and really stretch long through the arms. And then on your inhale, come back to neutral and tuck your toes. Take downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here. And then we're going to lift both heels, bend your knees, and see if you can walk your feet towards your hands and your hands towards your feet. We're going to just come to the middle of the mat. Walk your feet a little wider than hip distance. And then either reach for opposite elbows here and just let your head dangle, let your arms dangle, or feel free to reach behind your back, reaching and interlacing your fingers, whichever option works for you. And just take a nice deep breath, letting your head drop towards the mat. Let it be heavy. You can even turn your head a little side to side. Take a breath in through your nose. Follow that breath all the way into your chest. And then let the breath go, following the path of the breath back out. Let your hands come down to the mat. And on your inhale, let your hands come to your shins and halfway lift. Keep that long line through your spine here as best as you can. Bend your knees and take your right fingertips down to the mat. So you're pronging those fingertips down. Bend the right knee and inhale, sweep the left arm up and look up here, breathing into this twist. So I'm going to bend my right knee quite a bit. Keep strong connection down through the legs. Reach up one more breath here. Exhale, lower your left hand down, prong your fingertips. Bend the knees and inhale, sweep your right arm up. Strong connection down through the feet, down through the fingertips, and then reach up through the right hand. Good. Exhale, release, come back down. We're just going to step the feet a little closer together here and step your right foot forward and take your weight into the right foot. Bend your right knee and take your time to step your left foot way back into a lunge. Nice mindful movement here as we lower the left knee down. And inhale, sweep your arms up, bringing your palms together over your head. Good. On your exhale, cactus your arms here. Squeeze your shoulder blades and try to draw the hips under a little bit, the navel in as you cactus your arms. And then inhale, bring the palms back up and together. Awesome. Exhale, hands come down. Lower and frame your front foot. And then lift your back knee up off of the mat and slowly send your hips back, folding over your right leg, rounding your spine. Take a breath in through your nose, follow the breath in. And then from your chest, exhale. Inhale, bend your right knee. And on your exhale, step back into downward facing dog. And just take a centering breath here. Good job. Let your inhale now lift your heels, bend your knees, and walk your feet back towards your hands. Take an inhale to halfway lift and find length in your spine. And then on your exhale here, fold again, reaching for elbows or reaching your hands back behind your back. And just taking a moment here to settle your energy down towards the mat. Lift the hips up and just feel that opposite movement here of energy, that pressing down and the lifting up through the hips. Let your hands go down to the floor. We're going to step the left foot forward now. Move your weight into your left foot. Bend your left knee and slowly, mindfully step your right leg way back into a lunge. Right knee lowers. Inhale, lift up. Start to draw those the lower ribs in here. Bring your palms together. Inhale here, and on your exhale, cactus or goalpost your arms. Pull the ribs in. Inhale, lift up. Bring your palms together. And exhale, lower your hands down. Awesome job. Lift the right knee and send your hips back to full, just rounding your spine again. Imagine pulling the left side of the hip back as you draw your chin into your chest. And then inhale, bend your left knee. And this time we're going to step back to a plank pose and slowly lower all the way down. So you can drop the knees here and then lower your chest looking forward, elbows hugging into your sides. And then squeeze your legs together, press the tops of your feet down, and just lift into a low cobra here, just a little bit of a hover. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades, squeezing your legs together. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up to tabletop. And then exhale here, take your knees wide and sit back. You can either take your arms forward, stretch the arms long, or let the arms come down by your sides. Take a moment here to just release into your favorite version of child's pose. You could also stack your hands right underneath your forehead and allow your whole body here to release down into your mat. And just turning towards your breath here. So I've discovered just turning towards my breath a little more often in my day helps to restore a sense of wholeness, a sense of contentment, a sense of being with what is and being okay with what is. Take another slow breath in, gently into your lungs, exhaling, feeling a sense of ease. We're going to shift into our gentle pose to close our practice today. As you inhale, just make your way back up and out of child's pose into tabletop. And then take your legs around, and we're just going to have your eye pillow or something to cover your eyes if you have it handy towards the top corner. And we're going to take and make a little bit of a roll here with your blanket, and just bring that roll behind so it'll be for your spine and your head. So bring it right to about the lower back. And then with your feet, you can either keep your feet in more of a crisscross position, butterfly position, or you can start with your knees bent. This would probably be the best option. And then just start to lay over that blanket and letting your spine feel nice and centered over the blanket. You can here take your feet into butterfly position, or you can walk your feet wide and just let your knees drop in towards one another in constructive rest. And then I invite you to place your hands on your torso here if that's comfortable, or hands can reach down by your sides. And if you have an eye pillow or something to cover your eyes, this would be a great place to go ahead and place that over your eyes. So another little pro tip is if you have your blanket behind you, just make a little bit of a bump right underneath your head for your neck. A little bit of a neck rest there. And then make whatever movements, adjustments you need to make so you feel nice and cozy, nice and secure. And then just allow your body to settle into the blanket and down towards the floor. And begin to make your inhales the same length as your exhales. Maybe breathing in through your nose. And then pursing your lips and just exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling perhaps through pursed lips. One more nice deep breath like that. And then release your controlled breathing here. And just allow your body to settle into whatever kind of rhythm, of depth of breath that it wants to. See if you can just be that vessel, that container, just allowing the breath to take its path in and out of the body. You can notice here any kind of activity in the thoughts, any activity from the mind. Maybe the mind is wanting to go into certain thoughts about what's coming up or what happened. And each time you notice that your mind is time traveling somewhere else, you can simply remember the breath and just shift your focus back to feeling the rise and the fall of the breath in your own body. And it's actually a celebration, not a judgment, when we notice our mind is drifted off. Because in that moment, then we can choose to bring it right back without making it a big deal. And I invite you to continue to let the body settle with each exhale breath. See if there is somewhere else, some muscle or somewhere in the body that can soften. And we'll just stay here for a few more cycles of breath. See if you can, with each exhale, relax just a little bit more. Even if it's a tiny amount. If you'd like to stay here, if you have more time and space to, feel free. And if you're ready to close this practice, just very gently keeping this connection to your breath and to your body, begin to roll over to one side and just use the help of your hands and your arms to press yourself back up into a seated position. And keep your eyes closed if possible as you bring your palms together right in front of your heart space. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, just feel your shoulders soften. Thank you for carving out the time to share this practice today. I hope that it serves you in some way. Namaste. Thank you.